you have a client that you go back more than 6 decades with, and what do you think you attribute something like that to, that sort of loyalty? And is that something that you try to carry forward with your other clients as you add them?
That's an interesting question. If you stop and think about how that all started, I mentioned that two of the other founders of the business, within a few short years, left the business and were actually hired by that major client. They were hired by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and they actually started the engineering department and the audio department that organization has today. And they started that whole process. And so, in those early years, you go back to 1957, how many integration or how many audio companies, right? There wasn't really any integration. There was just audio companies. How many were there? There just weren't that many, really. And so, over the years, there was a lot of work done to create processes and procedures to have efficiencies, and our company would go out across the United States. Our installers would go out and install those systems. As a matter of fact, I did that myself. That was the inception of my career here. I worked as an installer originally, and there was a very tight relationship between our organization and the customer. When there were challenges, and of course every organization has challenges, or when there are technology changes, there would be an extremely open dialogue with their engineering department. And of course, as they grew and as time went on, they hired other people and other engineers. They hired electrical engineers and others. And there was an extremely open channel of communication to address how to manage those installations for their buildings, and how to modify things when they started to change the technologies in the buildings. Early in the early years, we got involved with the satellite downlink network that they put in. We were involved in their video systems. And there was just a very open channel of communication. I think that, and as you look at, in order to support a client for that many years, you've got to be able to have very open communication with them. And we find that today with the customers that we support very strongly. There needs to be a very open channel of communication. No doubt, right? And I think that everybody has this. Nothing is ever perfect. As a matter of fact, if anything, there are always challenges, and working through those together, I think, is the key. It's the key to have a long-term relationship. And then there's a level of respect. There's a level of working together that goes beyond what is maybe normal or what you see in a lot of marketplaces. I think those relationships are critical.